dazzling in the entertainment industry and gracing the screens in romantic flicks, thrilling adventures, and heart-pounding action blockbusters. Tom was born on July 3, 1962, in Syracuse, New York, as Thomas Cruz Mapother IV. Fast forward to the 1980s, Tom broke out on the Hollywood scene as one of his time's most sought-after leading actors. He has had several films under his name. Tom's acting debut was in 1981's Endless Love. However, his electrifying performance as a Navy jet pilot in the highest-grossing 1986 film Top Gun catapulted him to superstardom. His success today is vastly different from when he was younger. Tom had a tumultuous upbringing. From the age of 11, Tom, his siblings, and their mother were on their own. She had 3 jobs, and he also got a job to help her out financially. After a hard day at work, he gave his mother foot massages and looked after her. Tom's family, which included his mother, Mary Lee Pfeiffer, his father, Thomas Cruz Mapother III, and his 3 sisters, Leanne, Marion, and Catherine, moved around a lot before settling in Ottawa, Canada, in 1974. However, the family dynamic was far from stable. Mary eventually left Thomas, who was allegedly an abusive alcoholic. She moved to Louisville, Kentucky, in the United States, with her children. In August 1975, she officially divorced Thomas. Tom was just 11 years old. Following the divorce, Thomas remarried, which caused Tom to harbor a lot of hidden anger as he struggled to understand why his father had left. He never saw his father again. A few years later, Mary tied the knot with her second husband, John Jack South, who became Tom's stepfather. Mary took on 3 part-time jobs to provide for her children and ensure they had enough to eat. Tom, like his sisters, has formed a close relationship with his mother. Each evening, when Mary returned from work, Tom would wash her feet and give her a foot massage in the living room for 30 minutes. Even though they got federal food stamps, they couldn't get full welfare benefits because Mary had so many jobs. Unfortunately, the burden of work affected Mary's health, as she suffered from a slipped disc in her back. This injury left her in traction for 8 months, and she required help from a family friend who moved in to assist with daily tasks. The store she worked for never apologized or offered her compensation. Nevertheless, Mary never gave up and worked even harder rather than dwelling on her difficulties. Meanwhile, Tom needed to grow up quickly to help his mom and sisters. Tom worked a few different jobs before he turned a teenager. He delivered newspapers, mowed lawns, and cleaned up the many yards of his neighbors. He took his newfound responsibilities seriously while caring for his mother and 3 sisters. Although most teenage boys have little time or patience for their mothers, Tom grew close to Mary. He spent all his income feeding his family rather than treating himself to movies and his favorite dessert. A source who was close to Tom's family said of the hardworking actor, "No job was too dirty or difficult for Tommy, as long as it paid money to help his mom out." Tom gave up his hopes of becoming an actor as his family's needs were more important than his dreams. Mary recalled that when Tom was younger, her son would frequently act out skits and imitate famous comedians such as W.C. Fields and cartoon characters Donald Duck and Woody Woodpecker. During that time, Mary was Tom's greatest audience. Although Tom had set his dreams aside, his mother, Mary, urged him to participate in the production of Guys and Dolls at his high school, which he did. He auditioned for the role of Nathan Detroit, one of the musical's lead characters, and was quickly cast. After the play did well, he told his mother and stepfather that he would move to New York to try to make a living as an actor. Tom had a strong desire to learn more about the world of performing instead of working odd jobs in their neighborhood. He realized it was the perfect time to follow his dream. He said, "I want to learn about what acting is. I had this feeling of here I am 18 years old and this stuff is going on. This is what I wanted to do with my life." Tom gave his parents at least 10 years for him to make it in the industry. Mary and John agreed to their son's request as they recognized Tom's God-given talent and the need for him to explore it. Ever since Tom moved to New York, his life has drastically changed for the better. His career took off after he appeared in the leading role of the military school drama Taps in 1981, and as it did, more doors of opportunity opened for him in the following years. More roles cemented Tom's A-list status in the 1986 film The Color of Money and the 1989 film Born on the 4th of July, which earned him his first Oscar nomination. He has thrived in the industry and is now widely recognized as one of the top actors today. Tom stands out from his peers, who have been tangled in various disputes early in their lives, by maintaining an unblemished image. He has never engaged in misconduct or battled with drug addiction or alcohol consumption. Despite his fame, Tom has remained close to his mother and even attended red carpet events with her. He has also developed strong relationships with his sisters. He often let his sisters